All right, and good afternoon. A bit of a rare treat today, and we're not necessarily talking about the heat because it was hot and we're still in the mid 90s, but the humidity. We had dew points in the lower 60s this afternoon, which is almost unheard of in August, which means we barely have a heat index value here in New Orleans. We're only feeling like the mid 90s here in the metro, but you go south of the metro, a little bit closer to the coast, moisture running higher. Look at Homa, feeling like 102, but elsewhere, certainly not too bad. So for August standards, I know we'll certainly take it. Now, we did have one little downpour pop up here in the metro. It was on the West Bank. Pretty cool images of it earlier, but you could see here for the most part it is dissipated. We just have some clouds lingering. Most of the area here in the metro and north of the lake saw a lot of sunshine today. Here's what's left of that shower notice, almost completely dissipated. It sat over the same area for about 30 to 45 minutes. Dumped about an inch of rainfall, but the good news, the flooding threat there no longer because it has, well, dissipated. So we'll continue to deal with that. Now elsewhere we are seeing a few showers along the coastal areas, but that'll start to wind down as well. So tonight we'll drop into the upper 80s to eventually the low 80s. Here in the metro we'll probably stall out somewhere in the upper 70s. So you'll notice muggy conditions starting to come back as we go into tonight. Tomorrow we'll get into the mid 90s. Notice a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly during the afternoon, but I don't expect an all-day washout, and most areas will stay dry. It'll just be a few hit or miss downpours. Now what you will notice tomorrow is the humidity. As I mentioned, rain chances pretty low for most of the area, 20% chance as you go to the North Shore, but that humidity increases tonight, and you can see our dew points currently in the lower 60s, but watch what's happening as we go into the overnight period. The moisture lifting back to the north. You'll see dew points in the mid 70s as we go throughout tomorrow morning into the afternoon. It'll be pretty muggy. Now, not unbearable, but you're certainly going to notice a bit of a heat index tomorrow. So feeling like about 104 to 106 tomorrow. I think Sunday will be our worst day, feeling like 107 to maybe 108, and then sticking with the heat and humidity as we go throughout much of next week. So we had a nice couple of days of some relief from the muggies, but they're certainly back as we go into the weekend and next week. Notice rain chances this weekend, only about a 30% chance. Going to be pretty dry, just hit or miss showers during the afternoon. Better rain chances into next week, though. Doesn't look like all day washouts, but we'll get enough moisture in here where I think we'll see a few more afternoon downpours. Out in the tropics, there's really not a whole lot going on. We do have tropical waves. We have a tropical wave in the Caribbean, a tropical wave here, a tropical wave here, and this is the only one we're really watching. Most of them not going to really do anything, but this has a 10% chance of development, so not likely that it really does anything, because as it moves towards the west pretty quickly, look at this wall of dry air it's going to be running into. So we'll be watching this as it goes towards the west, but chances of development are pretty close to zero at this point. But nonetheless, over the next couple of days, it might try to do a little something, and it's sitting just north of the equator. Pretty big, broad tropical wave at this point. Behind this tropical wave, there is another one. We'll keep a close eye on that one as we go into next week. So of course, we're getting into the heart of hurricane season over the next couple of weeks. We got to keep a close eye on all those. Notice our 7-day forecast, though. Hot and humid as we go into the weekend. Mid 90s will feel like 105 to 108. 30% chance of afternoon downpours. And then, as I mentioned, next week we'll see a little bit better chances for rainfall, but it doesn't look like all day washouts. More just like more scattered showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon, with more rainfall and a little bit more cloud cover in the area, along with more humidity. Notice what our highs do. They drop into the lower 90s. However, you factor that with the humidity, they're still going to feel like the lower 100s. So certainly August weather.
Yeah.